Okay, this is a coffin box working. I've done this many times on the channel before. However, I'm going to put a little spoiled lemon in there just to rot the situation even more. I've called on Holy Death, Santa Morte, to remove this person's protection. I do believe Santissima Morte is capable of removing any protection around them. If there's spiritual protection, I'm asking her to bypass that. Holy Death is extremely powerful, and there are ways of removing someone's protection, and by asking her to come forth and do this for me, that is one way. And there are other ways, and I will do a video regarding this because I think it's very important that you can override the protection. But I'm asking her because she is the personification of death, and I'm asking her for the client, can we override this, because we really want this working to hit, because this person is nasty. This person is just evil, wrong, and just sometimes in this life we don't have to sit back and a lot of people they sit back and they wait for karma, and you really need to understand the true meaning of karma. I believe that karma, my opinion of karma, others may vary, but my opinion of karma, it's to do with my next life, my deeds in this lifetime, how they're going to affect my next incarnation. So that's what my interpretation of karma is. And if I'm waiting for revenge on someone in this lifetime, it won't happen. And you have to look at people that have gone through life, like, I know I'm digressing, but I have to explain this. If you sit back and look at, people like Hitler, people that were, the reasons for genocide and stuff like that, where is the karma? There's no karma. So there's things you can do, and this is one of them. So it's just to let you know that I just feel it's important to say that. I'm so fed up in these occult forums saying karma is bitch, and karma is this, karma is that. Yeah, I get it, but I just have a very different perspective on this, and you just have to do with things at times on your own, because if you really want to see something happen, take it into your own hands and do it. So I've anointed that with a few bits and pieces, and I am going to pop some banishing powder in there. Banishing is very good to get rid of a person, and this is basically a mix of bits and pieces, and I call it devil's powder. And we're going to pop in some sulfur. If you can't get your hands on sulfur, use the head of matches, because a lot of people, they keep saying, where do I get sulfur at, where do I get it at? Just take the tiny bits of the head of the matches. That will do the trick. Alum powder is another thing that's very good to shut people up if they're really annoying you. Alum powder closes the mouth. And we'd like this person to get into some trouble as well. That'll do no harm. So some court dirt. That's from around the front of a court. And even better, we can up it a little bit and put some jail dirt in there as well. And some graveyard dirt. Graveyard dirt. It's very good to call an ending. So if this person is really annoying and is pestering you a lot, is just in your face, graveyard dirt will call an ending. It can also be baneful, yes, but in this instance, it's to call an ending and it's to get rid of someone. So let's see. Smash the glass. So this is just the preparation of the work. what I do is I'll burn candles over this whilst chanting what I want to happen. And obviously, I do sit at the Santissima Morte altar on certain nights of the week. I reserve certain nights of the week for these type of workings that are hexes, curses, that's breakup work, that sort of thing. And then I've other nights that are reserved for things like love work, healing, that sort of thing. So basically what I'm doing is sitting over the candles and just telling her. And you can do this in one night, but I find these spells manifest better when I put a lot more energy into them, and I sit and explain to her the reasoning for it, why I want this to happen, what it truly means to me. And I find that really helps. Cayenne powder to bring, all these things mixed together will bring a lot of discord into the person's life, a lot of negative situations, that sort of thing. And that's the aim of the game. After you do something like this, please do ensure that you take a spiritual bath. Like I've said in many videos, whatever it may be, just a salt bath is perfect. Salt bath or Florida water in your bath, hyssop, sage yourself, whatever your thing is, go with that. Let's see, I think I want to put some hot foot powder in there. There we go. Again, hot foot powder is really good to move a person on. Okay, and this lemon has really, really seen better days. This lemon is totally, can you hear that? Dehydrated. It's off. It's spoiled. So that is going into the top of that coffin box. And what that will do is drain this person's whole existence, basically. What I've asked for in the petition is, 1 second, I should be wearing gloves, but I'm going to take a bath after this. What I've asked for in the petition is basically we want to strip away all the good things in this person's life. So we want this person to, it doesn't necessarily mean death, but we want to strip away everything that is good in this person's life, and let them feel what it's like to suffer. It's just one of those things that it's not for everyone. I understand that, but at the end of the day, if you're wronged in life, you have the right to do something about it. Like I said, you'd be a long time waiting for anything like karma to swing around. And I know some people will not agree with me on that, but, it's to their own. Okay. I'm going to say some of this into myself because it is quite private. I bind you in this box. I strip from you everything that is good in your life, and you will suffer like you have made others suffer. There's no protection that can save you. You have no love in your life. You have no luck in your life. You have no money in your life. You have no health in your life. You have nothing. In the name of Santissima Morte, it is done. So like I said, this is just really the beginning of this work. 1 second. It's really the beginning. But I have asked her to, and I like to bind in the shape of a cross. I do that for her. So we have asked for any spiritual blocks to be removed. And, I'm going to pop this on her altar and burn some candles. We'll see how things go, but that will probably take about between 7 to 13 nights. I'm not sure. this point. But I will be burning it over at her altar with the back statue around it. What was I going to say? When I'm finished with that, that will go to the graveyard because of the nature of this working, and we'll let the spirits of the graveyard hold this person down. If you're going to do this working and you are going to put the working into the graveyard, be exceptionally careful. What I do is, I said before, but I will say again because of I have a duty to say, when I approach the graveyard, I go in through the gate. I pay the spirit of the gate 3 silver coins, and then I go to wherever it is. You know, I don't desecrate graves or anything like that, but I will find my place in the graveyard. And if there is a grave near me and that spirit gives me the okay, I will put the box in the ground, obviously very discreetly, and not in the grave. That's taking things to another level. That's necromancy, which I'm going to be doing a video on very soon as well. But yeah, I will bury it close to a grave, but I don't want to upset anyone's grave. I do work with older spirits that basically the graves have been, like, you know, there's people buried in the graveyard near me, and it's been so long, that really old graves, and no one looks after them, and just no one cares, or else everyone has just passed on. I don't know, but those are the spirits that I'm drawn to, and I like to help and stuff. And I know, you know, whenever I get the green light with regards to working with that spirit, it's not just a matter of lifting the dirt out of a grave. There really is etiquette. Etiquette is the wrong word. There really is a process to this. So, you know, it's just to let you know. Yeah, I pay at the gate, and then if I'm close to a grave, I will again leave 3 coins at that grave, and maybe a little offering, you know, just so I don't want to upset any spirit. And I do whatever I have to do. I sometimes would pour alcohol onto the grave, or leave a bouquet of flowers. I've done that before many times. And then I turn around after I'm finished, and I go out the same gate. I leave 3 coins again. So you need plenty of coins. 9 coins. And then I go home a different route, because I do not want anything attaching itself and following me. Do you know what I mean? So it's important to change the route home, you know. So that's how I go about it, but it's not something I totally recommend to someone that's new to this. You could find yourself with a soul attachment, you know. There's many souls there, and they can indeed attach themselves to you, and you don't want that. You really do not want that. But I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that. Not etiquette. I was talking about. It's my protocol. So I would leave with, like I said, 3 coins. So 9 coins. Excuse me. 3 for the gate, on the way in. 3 for a grave, and 3 on the way out. Alcohol of some description, maybe some flowers, and I pour the alcohol. I don't leave the bottle at the grave. I don't want to upset anything, but I pour the bottle of alcohol just into the grave, you know. And I need to do a separate video on it to do with the actual. This is going into necromancy, so it deserves another video. But if you're putting anything into a grave that you have been cleared as, you know, okay to, you know, work with, the spirit is fine, you know. There's the head, the heart, the feet of the body, and there's certain things that you can place in different areas inside that grave. But I'm jumping ahead of myself, so I'm not going to say any more. That will be for another video. But yeah, it's important to pay the gatekeeper and pay the ghost. I call it paying the ghost, but that's how it is. But anyway, I'm going to pop this over on the altar. So yeah, I've just been doing a little bit of work with a few spell candles, chime candles. However, I will be working with some Santissimo Morte candles on the appropriate days, but yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of working with a few black candles. Obviously black for this cause. But yeah, that will sit there. Like I said, I'll be working on this for about another 13 nights in total, I think, maybe, or less. I'm not sure. I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. I just get the feel for it as time, moves on. But yeah, and that will go into the ground, like I said. But the candles there, the little ones, but I will be burning bigger ones on this because it's an important working, and I'd like to see a quick movement on it. But yeah, that's her watching over it, and yeah. So if you have any queries, please email thehouseofmagick@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe if you so wish, and I will speak to you all very soon. And have a good evening.